that front, what do you call it? The frunk?
Frunk, yeah.
The frunk.
Yeah.
The frunk can actually hold a keg and put ice on it. Just saying.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
I'm in.
By the way, it does have you can put ice in there and we'll chill some beers.
You know, put F-150 in perspective. I always say to people, I'll ask this question. I'll say, do you know what the #1 selling vehicle in the world is? Vehicle, not truck, but car.
How about a Jeep Grand Cherokee?
It's an F-150.
F-150, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, it's got to be.
So there's
I should have known.
Yeah, you should have known.
So there's an F-150 sold every 42 seconds in the United States.
Wow.
In the world. So it is the most popular vehicle sold in the world.
Wow.
Well, and can I digress one moment on
Yes,
the comment
please.
you made about the towing distance? Just a note, this electric F-150 is rated to pull as much as 14,000 pounds, which is the most of any F-150 before it. So that says it's only a matter of time that they'll work on and work out the distances when towing. But for the guy going to the lake, 50 miles or less from his house, he no longer needs an F-250.
Right.
That's a good point.
That's a nice difference.
And we can sit here and talk about all these wonderful things. F-150's the biggest selling car historically. We've got all this range. But when I look at that, and I'm still driving a manual car myself, but this thing has 2 storage options for the tailgate party. One in the front and one in the back.
It
and
does.
now I think we're talking real utility, folks.
You gotta have your priorities.
Yeah.
So Adam, you've got your surfboards in the back and your climbing gear in the front, right?
Perfect.
No, actually, that front, what do you call it? The frunk?
Frunk, yeah.
The frunk. The frunk can actually hold a keg and put ice on it. Just saying.
There we go.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
in.
By the way, it does have you can put ice in there and we'll chill some beers.
Seriously,
We're going to do that later, guys. By the
And I
way.
had a chance to sit in this car earlier, and it's very comfortable. I'm 6'4", 2 whatever. I'm not getting into that situation, but fits
Jenny
me
Craig's going to call you soon.
fits me perfectly. The ergonomics are really nice. The panel, electric vehicles now have pretty good sized panels in the middle in which to operate. And I think this is even a larger one. It's like, what size is that, Jeffrey, in this one?
I think you're talking about the 7.2 kilowatt.
The
Pro Power onboard generator.
Yeah. Well, no, I wasn't, but I was
He's
talking
talking
the
about the screen on the
screen.
on the right.
Oh, the 12-inch.
Oh, it's a 12-inch.
Yeah.
Big old screen in the middle. Yeah.
Bigger than my laptop.
Yeah,
Isn't
big and
it,
impressive.
Yeah.
Another pretty amazing thing about this vehicle is you could plug your house into that vehicle and run it for 2 days or 3 days?
Ford actually says 3 days, but who knows what that is. But I mean, that's just cool. You're out on a job site, guys. You don't have to go far. You got 320 miles on some of them, a little less on others. And you need a power saw or something, you just plug it into your own truck.
That's
It's
really
a generator.
really cool.
Yeah.
It's amazing technology, really.
I mean, think about that.
It's amazing.
I actually built mine before we came. Do you mind
Did
if
you?
I tell you?
Yeah, tell us what you wanted.
I got a 2023 F-150 Lightning Lariat. When the Lariat's like the 3rd level, and the Platinum's above that, but I think the Lariat is kind of right down the line for most folks. I got a Azure Gray Metallic Tri-Coat, which cost me $800. I like that color. Oh, by the way, we'll talk about this in a second, but you get potential savings, right, for having electrical vehicles, and that's a big deal.
Yep.
I didn't put a whole lot on this. I kind of made a couple little special things, put a spray bed on it, did what I wanted to do. It came out at $89,000.
Such a deal.
And that's a 2023. Now, guys, you can tell me that probably won't happen for till the end of 2023, right, to actually maybe even get that vehicle, or later. Not a bad thing, huh?
That's a very reasonable, non-committed answer.
Yes.
I like the way you answered it in the question.
It'll be here tomorrow.
That's a good problem to have.
No guarantees.
Very good problem to have.
That's a well-equipped vehicle you built, though.
It is.
One of the things that's really great from a perspective of looking at it and saying, what does a customer get for the value? You get a Lariat, you don't have to pick a lot of options.
That's right.
You're getting a lot of good stuff standard.
Yeah, Lariat I always thought was like way up there. I mean, when I was a kid, that's what the old man drove, was a Lariat, and that thing had power everything, and that was
well,
back
like he chose the bed liner an option.
Right.
He can go with the moonroof, so you've got some options there with some, choices, but not a lot. You build that Lariat, and you're getting a lot, like almost everything.
I mean, I look at my King Ranch compared to like one of my Lariats, except for the seats, and a few the stitching, but I don't know if there's much
Yeah.
And the roof maybe, but
And the wheels, they're all
You got that reach around feature.
KRs in the wheel.
yeah.
But yeah, the reach around feature. Yeah.
Standard.
Who's in the back seat? It's an option.
We got that one, no problem.
Oh boy.
So guys, what do you think, so right now, what is the percentage of, and I know it's probably fairly low, of electric vehicles, EVs, that you sell today compared to a year ago, and what do you think it'll be in 5 years?
So that's that's the $1 million question.
Sure.
Because, a lot of it is simply supply. What could we sell, right? I mean, we have another product called a Mach-E. It's built off of the Mustang. We'll sell 40 or 50 of those a month, and we'll.
And Mach-E, guys, I don't know why you went this way, because it's still a Mustang to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Well, I'll give you the real quick answer to that, and a lot of people that were Mustang lovers were upset about it. But at the end of the day, Ford wanted to build a vehicle that, and I know we're talking about the F-150 here, but Ford wanted to build a vehicle that was desirable, not just a zero-emission vehicle to get a credit. And they went to the best of the best, and that's the SVT team that builds Mustang. And they said, build us something that people will want to buy.
Right.
And that's what the Mach-E came out of.
What's
and,
SVT? Special Vehicle, what is it?
Special Vehicle Team, SVT.
SVT, yeah.
So that's who builds the Mustangs and designs them, and it's the best of the best at Ford, and that's why they went to them, and they went and they said, we're gonna build this off of the Mustang platform and build something that people desire, not just because the first few things that they came out with Ford that was an all electric car. We wouldn't be sitting here today looking at it, and no one would buy it, to be honest with you.
By the way, the Mach has that sequential taillight. Remember those from the, what year did those come out for the original Mustang?
The 60s.
Was it late 60s they had that sequential?
Yeah.
But to answer your question, the percentages are substantial, because we've got new product now with the Lightning and the Mach-E starting to come in. I would be guessing a little bit on a percentage standpoint, but I can tell you that Ford as a company's investment in electrification is as large as any OEM out there, and they're thinking by 2025 that 25% of the vehicles purchased, maybe up to 30%, will be electrified vehicles. The plan is that they will have every product line we have will have electric vehicle in it, and I think you're going to see here very soon the Explorer will be completely electric, and maybe the Bronco. They haven't announced that yet, and that's my guess. I'm not giving you anything trade secrets here, but that'll end up being that case. So we're going to get high percentages. It's going to grow fast, but to Jeffrey's initial, infrastructure's a problem. We're going down the road and we're paving it at the same time here.
Yeah.
It's scary a little bit on what this could do to, us in California if we get over our skis on selling too many electric vehicles.
I thought California had like a 2050 mandate.
2020, actually it's 2035.
2035.
Right
okay.
now, the governor signed an executive order.
Governor
so,
Hairgel. Sorry.
Yeah, he signed an executive order on that as of 2035. No ICE vehicles can be sold in the state of California.
Right. And just in case, not to interrupt you guys, but just in case you didn't know this, Gavin, I hear you can't surf, so we're not going there.
None of dealers don't believe. I mean, first of all, it's going to have to go to the people, and that and that's going to have to be a voted situation. But it is still sitting on the books right now as a mandate in 2035 that
and that's not far
the state
away.
No,
at all.
No, not in car years, because we're gonna,
right.
I'm gonna attend a meeting in about 2 weeks in Las Vegas that they're gonna show us some stuff that's gonna come, and they're gonna show us the second generation of this vehicle, and they're gonna show us some things that are, from what I understand now, incredible, and it just happens so fast. We're talking 2024s and 25s coming and things like that.
We were just talking a minute ago. We've got this sound equipment in front of us, and we just got this new sound portable equipment that we do off-site stuff. And how fast things are progressing in these fields. I mean, you blink your eye and everything's changed.
Yeah, and if we didn't have to worry about chips, microchips, we could be probably well beyond where we are now.
Absolutely.
Well, one of our biggest concerns I have running a large store like this is charging. Okay, that's an area that's growing so fast. So a level 3 charger runs anywhere between $80,000 and $100,000 each. So if, you know, I can go out and need, you know, let's just say today I need 8 or 9 of those, you know, but in the future that's going to be obsolete very quickly. I mean, we're going back to like how computers were, but
sure.
So this is what we're dealing with right now in the same industry, you know, and charging is moving rapidly.
And Scott, can you tell us, are they universal chargers? Does it have to be a Ford charger? How does that work? Do you know?
So universal would be the best word to use, but also just to clarify what I heard, in case, you know, somebody wanting to buy the vehicle is saying, did Scott just say that a charger for my home is $80,000 to $100,000? No, he did not.
No.
A level 3 would be an industrial, commercial-like charger, and that is the kind of thing you see at a business or a Tesla station or a charging station, as Ford has the largest network in America, by the way. But the home charger unit is installed and will charge the vehicle overnight while you sleep in as little as 5 hours, and you can invest $1,000. You're good to go. You know, not real hard to get to $1,000 in gas right now.
And guys, let's make this perfectly clear. Let's say if you go to a camping site with this Lariat right here, you can plug into 110, 220, and it'll charge it, and they've got adapters and no problem, right?
That's accurate, 100%.
Fellas, I had a question about charging, because I think like what I've seen Tesla doing really well is using their cars as data test hubs, right? They pull out so much data as far as like how they're driven, where they're going, where they're centered. Does Ford have anything like that where they can actually use that data as far as like where are people at, where are they headed, and how do we respond to that in terms of
if I may, before Scott answers, maybe? Yes. And Ford allows the consumer the option to turn that tracking off.
Super.
In the event you're interested. But Elon knows where you're at.
Turn mine off.
Elon knows where you are.
Yeah, I don't like Elon that much, okay?
The cloud is all above this vehicle, I like to say, and updates are done, and it knows everything that you're doing, where you've gone, where you're driving. I mean, it knows everything, all your habits and stuff. And you know, some people have no concern about that, right? You know, they don't care. It's tied to us in some ways. It's tied to the OEM in a lot of ways. They're looking at a lot of things to determine. You know, I think the intentions are good. They're out there trying to figure out how to build a better vehicle in the future. So let's, you know, they're not thinking we're spies or anything like that. So, but there's a lot of privacy that you're giving up when you're sometimes when you're driving these vehicles.
Hey guys, I gotta tell you something. Listen, in the last 10 years, I have not gone to a dealership, okay? I've ordered everything online, but I will tell you, I've got a lot of friends in Newport Beach, and every one of them that have bought a Ford, they go to Villa Ford in Orange. The guys are super cool. They're great guys to deal with. They're honest, and they give you a great deal. You can go online with them also and do the same deal, but go check it out at Villa Ford. We'll catch you next time.